I have seen everything in this book dozens of times. Writing it, rewriting it, taking photos, taking videos as well. But it just feels so surreal and incredible to actually hold it in my hands, a physical thing. A woman's garden, grow beautiful plants and make useful things. A woman's garden has been my life for well over a year. I signed my contract in November 2019, worked through the first lockdown of 2020, writing it, and since July of last year, I've been actively telling you about it, and folks have been pre-ordering, and it's incredible that I actually have it in my hands, because this means that it is definitely real and people are going to be receiving their books very soon if you've not already. And April 6th is the date, so if you've pre-ordered, you'll expect your books by then, if not sooner. And this also means that if you order it now, it will be arriving around that same date as well. So very, very exciting. But I thought that this would be a great opportunity to talk about what to expect inside the book and also some of the reasons for my writing it. When you flip through A Woman's Garden, what you'll first of all come across is lots and lots of creative ideas for how to use plants in the home and in the garden, ways to grow plants, creative gardening projects, also ways that we can use plants for wellness, whether it is for medicine, for cleaning the home, for our own personal health and beauty, and also for nutrition. So good, nutritious, homegrown food as well. There are lots and lots of plants in here, so many, and there are plenty of charts for each chapter detailing some of the types of plants to get started with for different varieties of useful plants, and also ways to use them. I think it's important to know how to use certain plants, including rare ones that we can grow in our own gardens, provided that we have the right climate for some of them. And just tying it all together. So creativity, growing a garden, making useful things, and just that joy of growing, making, connecting to plants, bringing them into the home, and using whatever growing space we have to essentially make our little corner of the world a better place for us and for the environment. It really is just a celebration of plants and people and ways to bring the garden indoors. At the beginning of every chapter, you will find a featured gardener, a woman who grows a garden that is filled with plants that could be used for herbal medicine, that could be used for edible flower farming, that could be used for making skincare or dye plants. Just so many creative and useful ways to use plants. And the reason that I've shown women's gardens and that my book is called A Woman's Garden is because I've noticed that women are gardening a lot more in this way than other people. And I think that it's not something brand new. We've been doing it for a very, very long time. But that mainstream media has not given it the notice that we are giving it on social media. I would say that mainstream garden media really focuses on the ornamental side of gardening or the purely practical side, so food gardening. And everything in between is kind of seen as a quirk in a way, and it's introduced as a quirky, interesting, maybe fun aspect of gardening, but it is not given the platform that I have been able to give it with my website and with YouTube, and that other women are doing as well. A lot of my colleagues that I've been working with for years in the blogging world grow in this way. A lot of people that follow me on Instagram and YouTube garden in this way. And so this is my way of giving a platform for other women, not just my own garden, but for other women who are growing plants for useful purposes and creative purposes as well. Growing plants not just for practicality's sake or just because it's an artistic expression, but somewhere in between. I am just so pleased to be able to make this video for you. And it has been a long time coming, the beginning of writing this book and holding it in my hands. And I know that it has been a long time waiting for some of you who have pre-ordered my book last year and are still waiting. And I thank you so much for your patience. But this is great news. The books are on their way. They're going to be with you by April the 6th. And if you haven't yet pre-ordered your copy of A Woman's Garden, you can get it from major booksellers online and from quite a few small independent bookshops as well. If you've got questions or comments, leave them down as a comment below. I'll be happy to answer them. And thank you so much again for bearing with me. It's finally here, A Woman's Garden.